What's going on, everyone? Jack here from Chrome, and this is the Holystone HS600, and it is of course a folding drone, right? It folds up nice and compactly. It has a 4K camera and a handful of intelligent flight modes. Mine came with 2 batteries, and each one of these batteries is going to get you 28 minutes of flight time. It's pretty solid, and like most Holystone drones, it comes in this nice little carrying case. Stay tuned and I'll tell you a little bit more about this drone. Okay, so first of all, it's a little bit bigger. Now it is over 250 grams, and Holystone told me the first production run will not have remote ID, but they will be producing modules that they'll send to people that bought it early. The second production run will ship with remote ID, so that's pretty cool. This is the first drone manufacturer like Holystone that I've heard of, including remote ID, and that's supposed to go live in September of this year, so it's like less than a month away. Camera here sits on a 2-axis gimbal and is also stabilized electronically, and it's actually pretty darn good. And it is a 4K image. Because this thing is pretty large, it does a pretty decent job of handling the wind. I had it up earlier today in a pretty decent wind, and it did an okay job. We do have, of course, some sensors here on the bottom to help with stability. It is a GPS drone, so you gotta wait for those satellites to lock in. And you can record either on an SD card or directly to your phone. Now, generally, I'd recommend you save to the SD card. Make sure you format it before you take some pictures and video. I ran into that issue, but if you did forget to do that, it will also store on your cell phone. Now, right up here, this is not obstacle avoidance. Now, essentially, this HS600 is an SJRC F22. Now, the drone does have an optional obstacle avoidance, and it ends up here, but that isn't the case here with this Holystone drone. And I don't think you necessarily want that obstacle avoidance. A lot of times on drones that are less than, say, $500, obstacle avoidance isn't going to avoid anything. It's just going to beep at you and sense things that aren't there and keep you from flying in areas. It could come in handy, but generally my experience with some of those low-tier obstacle avoidance systems is you just don't actually want them. This is air quotes obstacle avoidance in action on the SG-105. This does have the intelligent flight modes you're probably looking for. There are 2 different follow me modes. One where it will follow the remote, and that actually works pretty darn well. You put the drone up, and then you have full control over it as you move, and you can kind of adjust the gimbal and the angles and things like that, and that's actually really nice. The other one is you kind of draw a box around a subject, and it's supposed to follow that around. It just kind of doesn't do a great job of that. You do have a circle and a droney and a rocket and even a helix. So yeah, some really good intelligent flight modes. They do a pretty decent job. You just kind of have to set things up, and then it's just going to fly that pattern that you told it to. There is even panorama, which is kind of cool, and that stitches together on your phone. Now there is also a time lapse, but it just wasn't working for me. I'm gonna have to dive into the instruction manuals a little bit to see if there's something in there that maybe I missed. Overall, I do really like this drone. I don't actually know what it costs, and that's kind of a big caveat. Now, I would not spend more than $300 for this drone, even with this nice case and the 2 battery package. Holystone does a pretty good job of customer service, so there is that, right? You're buying from them on Amazon, and they do take care of their customers, which is solid. But I do know that you can probably get this as the SJRC F22 version from companies like Banggood, and that's probably going to be a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to come with that customer service that you're going to get when you buy from Holystone on Amazon. Now, I don't know the cost of this, but so I reached out to Holystone again, and what I do know is that it should be around $300, and I asked them for a coupon code to make it a little bit cheaper. So you'll see that in the description down below, but you know, you decide what is best for you. Is it this? Is it the Mini SE? Who knows? It's your money, and hopefully this video helps you decide it the way that is best for you. I do know the cost of the DJI Mini 2 SE is roughly $330. and I do like the camera and some of the modes on that one just a little bit better, so it would have to be less than about 330 bucks for me to recommend this drone over that one. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we'd love to have you come back, so click that button. And if you're thinking about becoming a professional drone pilot and getting your Part 107 license, I've got tons of stuff for you. Check the link down below. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Good luck, everyone, and happy flying.